The film Sunday, about a chance meeting in Queens, New York between a homeless man and an actress, won the top prize at this year's Sundance Film Festival. It also won the Waldo Salt Screenwriting Award. Joining me today is the director and co-writer of Sunday, Jonathan Nossiter, and actress Lisa Harrow, who stars in the film. Welcome. Where did the idea for Sunday come from?
Well, it's loosely based on a short story that James Laston, the co-writer, had written. And the basic idea, I think, that interested us was the case of mistaken identity in which two characters get to act out a kind of Walter Mitty fantasy, all in one day.
Why Queens as the setting?
Well, Queens has sort of always been a source of inspiration, I guess, for me. I think it's sort of New York's forgotten borough. It's New York's realist borough. And it's a place that I've taken photographs in for 10 years. I think it's got a very strange beauty.
And Lisa, you star in this film as a British actress, which
yes,
you are, and you're struggling along over there in Queens.
Yes.
And what do you have in common with your co-star, David Suchet? He's the homeless man.
Well, I think she's homeless too, because she's not actually living in Queens. Spiritually, she's living somewhere else, probably England. And she has a marriage that's not altogether sane or stable, so she's rootless like he is, and so there is an element of spiritual homelessness in both of them, which I think is, they're both on a searching for the meaning in their lives, and I think that's the similarity between them.
We have a clip from the film when your character and Oliver, David Suchet's character, first meet. Can you set that up for us?
Well, Oliver's left the shelter in the morning to wander through the streets on a Sunday, because that's what you do, and suddenly into his line of vision swims the sight of a woman,
very beautiful woman
carrying a plant, but almost obscured by the plant, and he's rather curious about that. So he stops and she notices him, and thus they meet.
All right, let's see that. Roll tape from Sunday.
Matthew? Matthew? You're Matthew de la Corte. We met in London at the festival a few years back. You probably don't remember who I am. I'm a friend of your camera operator, Terry Jennings. My name is Madeline. Madeline Vasey.
Madeline? Of course.
I keep reading in the trade journals about all the different projects that you're supposed to be directing. But what are you doing here? In Queens, I mean? Are you a scout? A location scout?
Yeah, that's right.
Why else would you be in this no man's land? What are you looking for? Warehouses? Foundries? Perhaps you're going to get some shots of Manhattan from
I'm looking for a diner.
Oh, of course.
You've acted with David Suchet before,
Yes,
many times.
yes. Many years ago with the Royal Shakespeare Company, when we were both young, we acted the Macbeths together, and Henry V and Catherine and things like that, and we did a series together called Playing Shakespeare, which is used a lot in American universities, and we're just mates, and so it just was wonderful serendipity.
How is this different, though?
Well, first of all, it was in America, and he's playing an American, and second of all, we're much older, but mostly it was different because it was film, and so it was a piece of work we created together with Jonathan.
You were, I'm sorry, you were shocked to win at Sundance?
We were shocked to get into Sundance. You know, I think it's sort of vindication that Sundance is actually American and egalitarian, because we had no connections. We were very much a low-budget film, and we sent in a murky little VHS tape because we had no money to even finish editing.
And the film is interesting as a winner because it centers on people who are over 30. It's not a Gen X film.
That's right, yes. People said to me, good heavens, you know, people over 50 making love. I thought, well, everyone I know who's over 50, they all do that. Everyone makes love. It's not an unusual thing. But I think to me, it's extraordinary that people find this extraordinary. But it is certainly true in film terms. No one over the age of 30 indulges in these practices.
We're going to have a little subtitle when they make love, you know, don't try this at home, they're over 30.
It's a great movie, and we wish you a lot of luck with it. Jonathan Nossiter and Lisa Harrow, thanks for being with us.
Thanks.
The film is Sunday, and for Lifestyles, I'm Annie Bergen.